Hi Leo, this is going to be your art channeled message, or should I say live art channeled message. I'm going to be doing it where the live art channeled messages are either going to be where I channel it like this or through symbols, because I have done that in the past, or it'll be something that sort of comes together as time goes on, or I'll slowly add to it. So then I just show it as this, like as a live. It'll be like either way. So that's how it's going to go when I do these occasionally. So that's cool, aside from when I describe it so that you can see it. Sometimes I'll do these in between of like bigger projects so that we can keep things moving. I feel like that would be really cool. So we all start from zero, which is just a blank canvas. I really hope these inspire you. It's just the fool's journey. Everything is art. You are art. Everything around you is art. If you'd like a personal reading, all of that is down below. And lastly, what's special about my art is not only does it look kind of cool, it's like there's so much depth to it. It's like there's one little thing, but then you see there's so much that leads to the bigger picture. Like all of the tarot cards I read, whether metaphorically or artistically, are always a reflection of what comes first, which is the art, or what I describe, or what I draw. So it's very crucial that you sort of put the pieces together for yourself in a way. So that's cool. So without further ado, so Leo, the art theme for you, or what I started drawing for you, was a hand or finger holding a ball to a person's eye. Hold on, I'm gonna get this. But also, it looks like it's catching a ball or being hit with a ball. The vampire holding the ball up like that feels like it's meant to resemble something in specific. It reminds me a bit of how I do my intro, where I go like this, and it looks like my whole finger is taking up the art, but it's really just because it's farther away. That's what it reminds me of. This technique is even done in photography, which I do as well with AIM, Amanda's Intuitive Movies, where it can look like a person is holding the Eiffel Tower or the sun. They're objects or earthly matters that realistically, however, cannot be reached. But it's fun to play around with or feel like you're close to it more than you actually are. That's why you can never actually catch it. My art is already making sense, which is kind of cool. I also noticed that the man's face looks like it's being sucked like a vacuum into this valve by the hand, which also looks like another valve. It looks like there's hollowness in the hand that's gripping this circle or this sphere, but then it also looks like it's coming out of here. It's like this weird continuation. So it makes another hole by itself. I want to say it's like macaroni. And then on the sides are a bunch of bald eagles. I just heard the reverse vampire. Its duty is to place energy in, not out. That's why you can't tell these holes apart. You don't know where it belongs to. It's kind of like energy is just fluid without a destination going back and forth, or by a continuous loop. I kept getting it's the epitome of temperance. There's also this element of liberty with the eagles and birds. This is really interesting. Leo, you're giving people the illusion that they know you, or can take something from you, or that they're close to you. Remember the ball? It's a matter of perspectives. It's like I'm about to catch the sun, see? It looks like it in the photo or in my art, but it's actually getting further and further away. The sun is actually much bigger. The sun or the ball is like a reverse vampire that replenishes energy, sort of like food for the universe or food for crops, food for us. We get vitamin D from the sun. So that's how I'm seeing it, as the reverse vampire effect. It replenishes energy. It helps the creatures thrive within it. That's why there's a bunch of things on the sides here that sort of look like they're hidden, but they're not. The creatures thrive here, not suffer. Isn't it crazy too that there's so much emphasis on the sun, and this is for Leo? Found that weird as well. Didn't even mean to do that. Lastly, I'm getting this image in my head from my art of this vampire inspecting the ball by holding it super close to its eyeball. That's how I'm also seeing it. Kind of like a magnifying glass. But that's not how the eyes work. It'll just be blurry. Like, you know, when you hold something so close to your eye that you can't concentrate on it. Kind of, it's the same as a camera lens. Speaking of photography, right? If you get too close to it, it's like with my zoom lens, I have like 3 zoom lens, it will not work. It's designed to work at a distance, which gives the illusion that it's closer, right? So Leo, the art theme still stands. The closer they think they are, the blurrier it gets. It's like you must take a step back. You must get further away. This reminds me too of how they say one can look like they're oversharing, which creates this illusion of knowing them, when in actuality, that's only digging at the surface. Swear this is you guys right now. I feel like there's definitely a reason why this is coming up. Barely scratching the surface. Barely seeing anything. It's all about perspectives or the illusion of it. I also wanted to mention that the vampire looks like it's shrieking, as if once again like the ball is hitting him in the eye or hitting him in the face. So I'm not sure what that alludes to. It almost feels like a boomerang or backfire. I don't want to say it's like an injury, but it's almost like caught off guard. Interesting. So, let's see. I'm gonna move that out of the way. I don't even know if I should get cards right now, but let's see. It's like the reverse vampire. Closer they think they get, the farther you actually are. It's like this illusion of intimacy. It's kind of being compared to objects or like stars or the sun that can't actually be reached, but they still help things around it thrive in a positive way. Knight of Cups. This immediately feels like an approach, and I'm also, the first thing that came to me was that macaroni like feel to this, where it was like a valve with 2 ends. You don't really know where it's going to. It's replenishment, not taking away. So it's like this Knight of Cups is replenishment, which is usually what water, the suit of water, is referred to as well. You like replenish things with water. Kind of getting the word quenched as well. And then the world. So close, yet so far. It's like there's a, oh my god, the circle? Hello? There's a boundary there. But aren't they so close to her? Or so they think? Oh my, the sun? Bye. What? This right here feels like somebody that's just going about their day, and then this person comes out of nowhere to replenish or help. It's like, please replenish my cup. Please put something in here. But you're too busy putting it back into yourself. It's almost like no energy ever gets taken away because it's a continuous loop. This is weird to me as well because this feels like conquering, getting someone thinking they're getting what they want, but then realizing it's actually farther from them. It's almost like when you wake up from a bad dream, either relieved that it's not real or very angry that it's not real. Because, like, let's say you won $1 million in your dream, you wake up and you're like, damn it, that felt so real. It's like something feels so real. Even getting, like, someone has the illusion that, like, they still feel close to you even when you're far away from them. It's like they still feel your presence or feel like you're still doing your thing around them. This is really weird, but it's like they can hear you working. It feels like it's right there, but my hand's all the way over here. Same with the star. I literally mentioned a star or something in the sky, like a bunch of stars or a bunch of that. You can be under it. It looks like she's close to it in this card, but she's realistically very far from it. But it does infuse energy into her because this is the star. It's all as a whole. It's a major arcana, right? It's like the water is going to the same place. Rejuvenation. This is very interesting to me. It's like an action is being done. It's very defensive. It's like she senses something, but she doesn't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it, but you can feel it. You know what else this reminds me of as well? Almost feels like how people treat celebrities. So close yet so far. It's like people think they know them. Maybe they look up to them, put them on a pedestal, but they only give them the illusion that they do. Because a lot of celebrities live fake lives, or they keep things on the down low, or they create a narrative that's fake to distract people from what else is going on in their life. Kind of reminds me of Kim Kardashian. I feel like every time there's something going on in their life, they do something else that will be controversial to counter that. And this is the only major arcana we have here besides this. I'm even seeing a purposeful distraction, and it's working. So close yet so far, like the star or the sun or the world. It's like sadness sets in when the reality is recognized. There's actually a block off here. It's actually just a dream. I'm actually farther from understanding this person. It's like a magnifying glass. You can't get too close. You can't get too close with the camera. You can't even get too close with your eye. There has to be distance there. So people learn the most about you when there's distance, or so they think. This is a mind fuck for real. I'm gonna get a Bob Ross card. You've even seen the Eight of Pentacles as an action in the dream state. Like something is going on in the dream. And you know too, like when dreams are something so basic, it's like you're just doing normal things in there. It's not like anything extra. That's what this is too. It's like getting something in your dream and then waking up and it slips from your grasp once more. Like the stars are only there for one night. Then they go away in the morning. It's all about perspectives. I feel like people have different perspectives. Be so very light. Be a gentle whisper. Be so very light. Which is really funny because the light is so bright. Sometimes that's what sort of gives people away, right? But it comes to the equivalent of a gentle whisper, as in like speak quietly or don't speak at all. Giving a little bit, but you're still barely scratching the surface. I feel like there's a reason why you're being urged to continue with this. Maybe you don't realize you're doing this. And then we have 8. And I find it so funny how the vampire, or the reversed vampire, the one that gives everyone else what they need, doesn't take it away, still has enough for itself. In one perspective, it's interesting we're talking about perspectives because that's what this reading is all about. One of them looks like he's being hit with it, or shocked when he's not really shocked. It might just be pretend. It's like, oh my God, you found me out, when it's really like they let you do that. And the other perspective is, I caught this. I'm examining it. I want to feel close to it. It's like people as a whole feel very close to you. It feels good, but it also feels weird. This to me too feels like a collection. Someone adding to the collection. Or maybe used to getting what they want, but it doesn't work out. But I think that's for a reason. This is really interesting. This is one of those readings that's like all in metaphors, because I speak in an art form. Always have with my cards. But this one's like such a mystery. But remember, it's the overall art and the underlying art. It's like, what do you get from this? Because the art, the cards are already showing it. It's very interesting. It's like, this is the source. It's the reverse vampire. It's like, it's giving everything energy. It's giving people information. Or. Okay, Leo. That's the end of this art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, be so very light. Be a gentle whisper. It's like a contradiction. The light is not soft. Maybe it's just enough. Or give them just enough, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, guys. Bye.